we're here at Gunner's Firearms with Maggie. Maggie, it's always so good to see you.
Welcome back, Mark.
Thank
Hi,
you so
everybody.
much.
Welcome
One
to
of my favorite
Gunner's.
places. Hey, speaking of being at the gun store, my brother's in Washington, and he just bought a SIG 226 X5, you know, and it's like a 17, 18 round magazine, 20 round magazines with the extension. And he just can't get the magazines. He just got these little 10 round magazines. I'm like, that's
You know what?
sad, but
There
welcome
is-
to Washington.
I'll tell you, there is a reason, and I have gotten this question before from your side of the counter, is why do they ship my gun with a high capacity magazine and a 10 round? Like, why don't they make them both the high capacity? They have longer grips on them. They fit the hands of some people much better. And they're like, I just don't understand why they send me one awesome mag and one dinky mag. Like, what gives? And I'm like, well,
One's for carrying.
one is for carrying. The smaller one is not going to print as much as that handle sticks out of your holster. And the other reason, people travel. And people travel with firearms and use their concealed carry to travel safely across state lines from state to state. And some of those states, like Washington, where your brother lives, do have magazine capacity restrictions.
Well, and actually that was the other reason why I went with on the SIG P250, the 40 caliber. One, I like a 40 caliber, but it was a 10 round mag, and I'm actually going to Washington and Oregon next month. So I was like, well, I'll bring this gun with me.
There you go.
That's
So
I'm good.
now you are compliant to carry a gun that you really like, that you've practiced and trained with, and now you have the correct capacity to safely carry in other states. That is why you get that dinky
open
mag.
carry only if you're not from there.
Okay.
And they don't recognize your concealed carry permit, which they don't recognize Missouri for some weird reason. But open carrying around Portland, Oregon is normal, right?
That's what people say. Open carry around Kansas City is pretty normal too, isn't it? Well, it depends on where you are, who you are, what you're looking at.
That's right.
So I think I might be able to answer about the reciprocity a little bit. I did notice that several years ago, Missouri did change some of their rules and rewrote that if you are 19 or older, you may apply for a concealed carry license, provided that you do pass the state required class. Now, most states require 21 or older for a concealed carry license to be valid. And once Missouri changed their rules and wrote in that, wait a minute, 19 and 20 will allow people under the age of 21 to carry, provided they pass the class, provided that, you know, their gun, if they're choosing to carry, has been legally gifted to them by someone who, there's a whole can of worms. You got a bunch of legalities and everything too. But under the age of 21 with a concealed carry license is allowed in Missouri, following all the rules and regulations.
But you just have to have the permit.
Yes, you do. You really do need that. And once we changed the rules here in Missouri and allowed for under 21 to carry and get their permits, a couple other states said, yeah, we liked you up until that point, but we're not going to.
That's as you were talking, I'm like, I'm watching all these other states drop off. Yeah, we're not recognizing Missouri anymore.
And so that's what happens.
That's too bad. And especially you get to places like Colorado or Texas that's getting kind of, it's just, what a mess. That's terrible.
It is what it is, and it is a mess in some, but we have options. If you don't like your state's concealed carry rules and you like another state's better, you can move or you can lobby to change your rules. This is a free country.
Sure,
we are supposed to have the freedom of choice and the freedom to elect and choose.
Well, and it's sad because as Missouri gets freer, other states are like, now we're not recognizing Missouri. Like, it's almost like we're getting punished by other states.
Yes.
For being freer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's really too bad. Because when we went to Vegas, we went to SHOT Show, I can't conceal carry in Nevada. but I can open carry. And I called the sheriff, the county sheriff there in Las Vegas, and just asked, like, okay, so open carry, like I could just, like I'm going to be cutting through casinos and stuff to go to the convention, I could just come on through open carrying? And they're like, yes. And I thought, there's no way I'm doing that. I'm not going to do it. I hear you saying yes, but there is no way I'm doing that.
So your reasoning for not open carrying, even though you could, can I ask why you would choose not to?
Well, one, I don't like to open carry at all because I think it draws a lot of attention to me that I don't want.
It does, yeah.
Two, I think it greatly increases your risk of somebody stealing your firearm.
Yes, it does.
Three, I really don't think casino security is cool with it, even though the sheriff says it's okay. Like it just felt, everything about it felt wrong. There was, I've actually thought, and we've talked about, you and I have talked about this quite a bit, is thought about getting that North American Arms belt buckle. That way I'm like, I am open carrying. I'm sorry you don't see it, but it is out there. It's out there. So just,
It is pretty cool, those little North American Arms.
They're buckles,
a little bit slow on the reload, but
sure, better than nothing.
True story.
Better than nothing.
Absolute truth.
All right, well, we'll just keep chatting and
we'll until next time.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.